Hi and welcome to this video log of my recovery from ADR or artificial disc replacement. If you remember, I've had C4, C5, C5, C6 discs replaced in my neck just a week ago. That was on Monday. And I said I'd come back today, which is the Monday after the operation, if you like, a week later, because I was having the staples taken out, and you can see they're gone. I don't know if you can see that there. I might give you a close-up of both before and after.
Yeah, it probably is best if I show you a before and after, and here it is after I've taken the band-aid off. You can see it's quite clean with the staples in there and a very clean scar. And once we show you the after, you can see that I've obviously had some kind of reaction where the staples have gone in. All that redness, still a clean scar, but there's some kind of reaction obviously occurred.
Last time I spoke to you, I hadn't really had much sleep, and that went right through the week because of the secondary pain or residual pain that I was feeling at the end of my deltoids. Remember I said the trapezius and the deltoids is where I was having most pain, and that's continued. Last week I could hardly raise my arm to my shoulder, my left arm that is. Now I can raise it slightly above there. And what happened last night, in fact, was about 5 o'clock in the evening, the pain suddenly dissipated a bit, and I thought, oh, that's really nice. Perhaps that's now a sign that the inflammation and everything is going down. Last week on the Thursday night, I noticed that I was getting a reaction to the waterproof plaster, or band-aid in America, if you're watching this from America, that I was having. I was going red underneath it. So I actually took off the band-aid or plaster that Thursday night, and I had my wound open to the elements for Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And then today, obviously, I've had the staples taken out. So the pain, yeah, definitely at the end of the deltoids, and that stopped me sleeping. Until last night, when I actually had a bit of a better night. It still hurt a little bit, but not as much as it did. And the thing about that is the painkillers didn't really kick in and help against that. And that's why I think that might have been secondary pain from a pinched nerve somewhere else that was affecting muscles that weren't actually affected by the operation. So I think that might be the case, and you might feel that too. But it's nice to know that after a week, I appear to be getting over that. In terms of my general health, on Saturday I decided that I'd go on a static bike, a spin bike that I have in the garage, and I just did 40 minutes, slowly but surely just kicking up a couple of notches on the resistance, but with very little resistance there. I just wanted to spin my legs and keep them turning for 40 minutes, which is what I did. But at the beginning of that session, my heart rate was between 210 and 215 beats per minute. Now that's pretty high. I would have to be working more than flat out to get my heart rate that high. My maximum heart rate is not up there. So my body was still feeling the reaction of the surgery and the anaesthetic and everything else. At the end of that session, as I went through it, and actually clicked up the resistance just a couple of times, as I say, my heart rate came down to about 170, so it was with 183, 190, then came down to about 170. And that to me was a sign that this was doing me some good. I was actually getting used to the exercise. So I relaxed the rest of that day, and Sunday I decided that I would go for a little run on the treadmill that I have in the little gym we have. And I did a 1.2 kilometre warm-up, which was 600 metres of walking, slowly but surely faster, then just jogging and running at only maximum 9.5 and 10 kilometres an hour, and that's not fast. I then did 200 metres walking, followed by 1k 3 times. Yeah, so it's 200 metres walking followed by 1k. On the first one, I did 9.5 to 10, and then for 510 kilometres an hour for 500, and my heart rate was up around the 200 mark. But as I took that back in the next one and the one after to 9.5 and solidly just ran at 9.5 kilometres an hour, my heart rate slowly but surely went down to 50 at the end, and I was quite pleased with that. And during my recovery, which was a 400 metre sort of fast walk down to a slow walk, my heart rate went straight down below 100. So obviously doing that type of exercise just eased everything off and made my body feel a little better. The pins that came out, the staples, there's only one that hurt. It was a fairly painless thing. You think it's going to hurt, but it doesn't hurt very much. But I have, as I said, had a reaction to the staples that have been in, just with a little bit of redness. I cycled down to the surgery, and I cycled back up, and it really is back up because I actually have to come up a hill, and I need to do that because at the moment I can't drive because of a subdural hematoma I had that started all this off. And so I cycled back, made it just easy gearing all the way. So my body slowly but surely is getting back to normal. Later today I'm going to go back to coaching swimming, which I'll do this evening, and I'll cycle to the pool and cycle back again, about 10 kilometres each way. And in my next log I'll tell you how that went. Hopefully I'll just go from strength to strength from here. Remember, the pain that I was feeling was really at the end of the deltoids, right there and along the trapezius. Yeah? The only pain I've had in my neck has been when I lay down really on a pillow. Yeah? My mobility in my neck is pretty good already. Certainly good enough for me to look over my shoulder when I'm on my cycle without fear of not seeing the car that's coming up. Okay, hopefully you've enjoyed this log or found it useful, and I'll speak to you shortly. Thanks.